Welcome back to Mysteries of the Word. So far, we've uncovered how the Bible describes a world unlike what modern science tells us. A flat, fixed earth beneath a vast firmament with waters above and below. But in this episode, we'll ask one of the most daring questions yet. Did humanity once try to break through that firmament and reach heaven itself? Because the Tower of Babel might have been more than a simple building. It could have been mankind's first rebellion against God's cosmic order. Genesis 11 says, "They said, 'Come, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven.'" Most people picture an ancient skyscraper, but the Hebrew word for heaven, shamayim, means the skies, the heavens, the realm beyond. The people of Babel weren't just building tall. They were trying to pierce the barrier between earth and the heavens, the firmament. After the flood, humanity spoke one language. They gathered in the plain of Shinar, determined to make a name for themselves. It wasn't about survival, it was about defiance. Some extra biblical texts, like the Book of Jubilees and writings preserved in Jewish tradition, describe Nimrod, the mighty hunter, as the leader of this rebellion. Nimrod wasn't hunting animals anymore. He was hunting God's authority. The tower may have been a temple ziggurat, aligned with the stars and possibly using early forms of technology or occult knowledge passed down from the pre-flood world. In other words, Babel could have been a portal project, a human attempt to reopen what God had sealed after the flood, the boundary between heaven and earth. In the biblical worldview, the firmament was not just physical, it was spiritual. It was the barrier separating God's realm from the realm of man. The Tower of Babel wasn't just tall, it was symbolic, humanity's effort to storm the gates of heaven. Psalm 115 verse 16 says, "The heaven, even the heavens, are the Lord's, but the earth hath he given to the children of men." God had drawn a clear line between his domain and ours. At Babel, humanity tried to cross it. The Lord came down to see the tower. He said, "Nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." That's a strange statement. Why would God say that? Because humanity was rediscovering the knowledge that once corrupted the pre-flood world, the same wisdom that led to the Nephilim and their rebellion. The project at Babel was spiritual trespassing, so God confused their language and scattered them. The attempt to unite heaven and earth through human power was destroyed, but the desire to do it, to reach the heavens, to control creation, never went away. Thousands of years later, we see mankind once again obsessed with reaching the heavens, rockets, satellites, and projects beyond the firmament. Different tools, same rebellion. Could it be that the spirit of Babel still drives modern humanity to ascend without God, to pierce the barrier once more? Ecclesiastes says, "What has been will be again." And maybe that's why the firmament and its truth has been hidden. The Tower of Babel wasn't just about pride, it was about rebellion against God's design. The same rebellion we see repeating in our own time. In the next episode, we'll explore what happens when heavenly gates open again, prophecy, portals, and the return of the Watchers. So stay tuned, subscribe, and remember, sometimes the mysteries we uncover aren't new, they're ancient, waiting to be rediscovered.